Alright, let me get this video out because I've been trying to make a video for about a week now on some information that I found out through junior school, and every time I get ready to do the video, I get interrupted by something else, or I have to pause because I don't want other background noises in here trying to figure out what I'm saying or doing and whatever. So I wrote down the information that I want to say on for you guys. So if you hear any rattling noise, that's me turning the pages. I'm just going to read it off so I can get it done. Now this information that I have to say, it may be a little bit controversial to some people, and they might get like not mad, but not agree with what I'm saying, but whatever. My name is Alicia, and I'm usually the voice behind the camera when I'm doing my other videos. The videos that I usually make of me taking the kids to the school bus, or me doing my laundry, or whatever like that, I'm the voice. Okay. As I said, as I'm trying to get my point across, I don't want to be super emotional, but this is a touchy, subject, and even though a lot of people are not going to agree with me, I have to get the information out to the real world. There's no other way to tell my truth or shine light on the facts that I'm going through every day. So I'm going to go ahead and do the video. As you may or may not know, school has started here in Decatur. That's where I live. It started like a week ago. Now 2 weeks ago. We were in the middle of the second week. So August the 16th is when it started. So I sent my kids to school by bus Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Everything went good for the middle child. But on Monday, my youngest child was misplaced and left behind in the school office to not get on the school bus to come home. At this point, I do have anxiety, which leads into depression or whatever. It doesn't, I don't know how it shows up, but it's paired together. So anxiety and depression. So my anxiety was getting the best of me because they tried to give me someone else's kid. You know? Trying to give me somebody else's son. My son is nonverbal. He does not speak. So when they asked the boy what his name was, and he said his name real clearly, we understood his first name, but we didn't quite understand the boy's last name. But it was not my son at all. So it wasn't mine. I was worried because, as you may or may not know, Michael Jr. has autism, which causes him to be nonverbal around strangers, run off when the situation doesn't seem to safe for him. I'm like, go back to his school right now. Go get my son. Like, what? The thing was, Michael Jr.'s kindergarten class has 2 Michaels, and somehow they got switched up, and since Jr. can't speak up, he didn't say to someone the name tag got switched around or traded or whatever it was. This boy they tried to hand off to me was kind of on the chunkier side. Junior's not chunky or slim, he's in between, but this boy, he was chunky, like fat. So where I leave off, I'm actually reading it off my paper, and I'm trying to read ad-lib. uh, this boy they tried to hand off to me was kind of on the fast side. Talk clear enough for people to hear him, and some will understand. Point is, or was, where was my son? Really? Sent up red flags for me. This is the kind of thing that happens to me and my kids on the regular. Then Tuesday, they send Junior home. His pants are wet on the bottom around the butt area. Why? Obviously, they didn't change him. Yes, he's 5. Soon to be 6 in September. But once again, he has autism. The ability to use the bathroom like any average 5-year-old doesn't register with him. People wonder why I say I'm done. Me and my kids are always getting the short end of the stick. I can't take this. To top it all off, the school called me Thursday saying, come pick up your son because he has to be tested for COVID. Thank God we already took Thursday and Friday off because Ruby, their grandma, had other things to do out of town. She usually drives. So if he had to go to school, if I took him to school and they wanted me to pick him up or whatever, or like come change his diaper because his IEP won't say it or whatever the issue, I wouldn't be able to do anything about that because Ruby was gone. So they want me to quarantine him until further notice. Don't go anywhere until the test has been done and it's been proven it's safe. Now, I don't know if the whole school is contaminated or just his classroom, but the point is he has to be tested for COVID. Simply because the schools and politics that feel like everything must be done at a certain time and place. Most happen and then it's exactly how they see fit, or the people that are trying to be safe are stupid or crazy, whatever label society has to throw on the conversation. My son does have underlying asthma. He cannot get COVID. There's no recovery for people that have respiratory issues. I'm so sick and tired of these professionals, end quote, professionals, not owning up to the damage they caused to our family. I know for a fact my son was not born with any health issues whatsoever because I did everything I could possibly do during my pregnancy with him. Somehow, after going to a well visit for his shots, he started doing things differently. And now, we as a whole family have to figure out how to fix the hospital mistake, quote unquote. I'm not a witch, fortune teller, or anything in that nature. How do you, as in everyone, expect me to fix anything that I did not cause? I don't have the answers. When people are looking confused like lost, sad dog, every time I say, I'm done, I don't care. Please understand that I can't keep faking it till I make it. I've had enough. Being strong is not for me. There, I said it. All I have to say, until next time. And as I was trying to say in the beginning of the video, I wrote it down because I wanted to give proof, and I didn't want to sound like I was skipping out on anything. And every time I got ready to do it, I was going to do it the next day or 2 days after I wrote it or whatever, but people kept coming into my room, trying to see what I was doing, trying to see what I was trying to say, or like interruption. I had to take care of the house or whatever, but my emotions were a little bit more stronger then, and I can't show them right now because it's like I just basically read off the notes and I wasn't in, I was rushing it just to make sure I don't get caught reading it off and doing it or whatever. So, now that we're in the second week, we haven't had a COVID test yet because I forgot to. I don't feel like, it's necessary. He's not having any symptoms. His fever's fine. His taste is fine, But they said that I could do the survey over the not internet, do text message to tell him his temperature, if he gets any new symptoms, like loss of taste, coloring of the skin, whatever the symptoms are, to show the fact that he does have COVID or whatever. But the fact was he got, not contaminated, but got in close range of someone or someone's multiple people within his school or his bus or whatever that had COVID. So they making me like quarantine him, and he can't go back until he has to finish off this week and maybe half of next week, because when I do that survey, they said he can go back between 10 to 14 days. 14 days is the cutoff that they will let him go back. But if, according to the survey, that he has none of the symptoms, no fevers or whatever, he can go back in 10 days. But me as his mother, I don't want to send him back at that school at all, period. Find somewhere else for him to go because of this information that I just laid out for you guys. Now his sister doesn't go to his school, so I don't know how that is. They don't really play together at the house either, but yeah. All last year, we didn't have none of these issues because he wasn't going to school. Until the end, when they was letting like 5 or 6 kids go on 2 days, take a break in the middle, when they was doing a hybrid. But yet and still, he didn't get no type of allergy reactions, no type of fevers, no type of nothing like that all last year. But somehow every year when school comes back around, poof, my children are sick. And when they get sick, it lasts for a long time because they have that asthma. Because it's like DNA or whatever. DNA written, everybody in his household, everybody in his bloodline has asthma. So he was born with it or whatever. But I want to get this out so that I'm okay. My children are okay. As far as I know, we're good. But I'm trying to do an update on what's going on lately, because I haven't did a video in like, I want to say, months. So I'll see you guys around next time I post a video. I have a computer now, so if I do one on my camcorder, I can save it on my camcorder and upload it on the computer, and that's a different way to look at us. I'll see you guys around.